Here we have a Whirlpool duet dryer motherboard that came in for repair, and the motherboard looks something like this. I received this board 2 days ago, and I thought I do not work on that board. I do not have parts readily available for this motherboard. But let me take a look at the ticket and see what's going on. And in the ticket, the customer wrote that he needs a relay replaced, and there's a trace issue. And I already ordered that relay, but let me show you quick. Need a Omron relay, G8P-1A4P-ACD, and some retracing on the circuit board under it. And I do see what the customer is talking about. This right here. I'll show it to you under the microscope. This whole board has a coat on it for waterproofing. Let me show you. Look at this. Every component is liquid proofed. You can tell by that shiny surface. I mean, it's a dryer, so it makes sense to waterproof the board. And the customer is talking about this relay. He wants it changed. Omron G8P-1A4P-ACD. I ordered the same one. Now on the back we see a ripped trace. The trace should go all the way over here. We see that the ring was ripped off and the line is cut off. We need to run a wire from here and solder it with the pin of the relay. And as far as waterproofing, we're not going to be able to waterproof the board, but we can add solder mask over that trace and over the wire that we're going to run over to the relay. And that's what we can do. I do not know what the scratching is about and why this board was scratched like that. I mean, this long scratch, what's that scratch about? And I do not know if this trace is supposed to connect with this. I cannot tell, but we can test. And is this trace connecting with this? Yes. So this is going all the way here. We'll run a wire. But the first thing we need to do is remove that relay and replace it. Now the relay I ordered off Amazon. They had it and next day shipping. I got this quick and customer wants the repair expedited. So win-win for both of us. We got it quick and we're gonna fix this, invoice the customer and mail it back to him. And the relay looks something like this, 4 legs, 1, 2, 3, 4. And it came with solder sucker. People ask me, why don't you use a solder sucker? This is useless when dealing with microscopic components, when dealing with microscopic chips or through holes. It may be useful when dealing with big joints, but not for the type of work that I do. I do not know if it will be useful to use it here, but we can try. Let's try. For me, I would apply low melt solder, desolder the holes, remove the relay. Simple. But let's see if we can use that solder sucker that came free with the relay. We're gonna have to heat up the joint and let's see how useful this is. So right now it looks like we need to desolder this one, this, and this. Maybe we can use some flux to help with the flow of solder. I do not know if unleaded is used on this board or leaded. But let's see how that sucker will work. Fume extractor on and soldering iron 450 degrees. All right. Oh. That was effective. Let's try it one more time. Let's do this one here. I mean, I can see this solder sucker being useful for big joints when dealing with big through holes, but definitely not for micro soldering. You see, we did not add flux here and it was not as effective because, like I said, flux helps with the flow of solder. I would rather use low melt solder and a wick. I mean, the first one just worked, but those two is a mess. Okay, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like to use solder suckers. I do not like suckers. Let's apply low melt. Low melt solder is my comfort zone. I'm used to it. And now that we have low melt, we're gonna be able to easily desolder the holes. And just like that. And we're gonna do this one here. Beautiful. You see how that solder wick just absorbed low melt? Flip the board. And yes, the relay is loose. It's loose, but it's not coming out. Is there anything I'm missing? This one is loose, and both pins are loose. And this one is loose, so why isn't the relay coming out? Okay, I think we desoldered the wrong holes. I'm looking at the relay. We have two narrow pins on the top and two wide ones from the bottom. So if you go like this, we need to desolder those two and not the ones on the bottom. So let's add solder and fix the ones on the bottom, and we're gonna desolder the ones on the top, and we should be able to remove that relay. So let's make those joints better than factory. Maybe it was an opportunity for us to make them better than factory. And that's why it was meant to be, to desolder those pads. Either way, it's better for the customer. And we're gonna go like that. And let's make a better than factory joint. All right. Ours are shinier, and that's why they are better than factory. But of course, the type of solder that we are using is different. So now the pins that we need to desolder are those two, and we need to desolder those two. All right, and now we should be able to remove that relay. See? Done. Piece of cake. The magic of low melt solder. Who needs a sucker? And now we're gonna replace the relay with our brand new one, and we're gonna solder the lugs again from the bottom. Now I'm holding the relay and the board so the relay does not fall. I'm gonna hold it until I solder a pin or two, and then I can let go. But if I lay it on the bench, the relay is gonna fall. Now we're gonna apply flux right here and right here. And I'm gonna have to pre-apply solder on my soldering iron tip because I do not have 3 hands. Now I can let go. And now that I have my 2 hands back, we can go over them one more time. And we're gonna have to solder this one, but let's clean up first. We're gonna polish the rings. And polishing is not free, right? $100 polishing per pin. Just like the video with the spectrum analyzer, I said we're gonna charge the customer $100 per pad restoration, right? And that's what I said in the video. And people believed it. They said, what? You're gonna charge the customer $2,400 for restoring 24 pads? Sometimes I forget that you cannot joke, because some people will believe it. And not only one person, we had like 10 people. What? You are charging the customer $2,400 for restoring 24 pads? And the video was pretty clear that we are not charging that much. But just like those scammers, spammers who leave replies on comments with the name NorthridgeFix, contact us on Telegram, you won. I mean, at this time and age, use your brains. Use your brains. It's a scam. It's obvious it's a scam, but the amount of emails that we get from viewers, did you send us an email? Did you contact us about winning? Did you contact us about winning? And it's Telegram. The whole concept of Telegram is a scam. The whole concept. Scammers are all on Telegram. Do not believe anything that you read, and you should be smart enough. You watching this channel, micro soldering, electronics, you should be smart enough not to believe that crap, that stuff. Just use your brains. Why would I reply to a comment and tell you you won, contact me? Why? So now we soldered 2 legs, better than factory. And we're gonna have to do the other 2 legs, run the trace, and we should be good. And now we have to do this one. We cannot use the 0.1 millimeter wire. We cannot use a pad strip, obviously. We can use a piece of wick. That will work. Or we can use a piece of solid wire. I do have solid wires right next to me. Let's try that. Right here. I think that would be a good idea. We're gonna apply solder right here. And we're gonna do this. And we're gonna use our fine steel brush to clean all that hard to remove gooey stuff. We're gonna cover the whole copper with solder. And just like that. Right, and that looks very good. All we have to do is test to make sure the line is continuous. And we're gonna do it from the top right pin, meter in continuity mode. And we're gonna test from here to right here. And we're all good. So we soldered 1, 2, 3, and 4. Beautiful. We cannot get rid of the scratches, of course. We got this board 2 days ago. We ordered the part right away. We got it the next day. And now we're gonna invoice and mail it back to the customer. Right now, our expedited service is 1 to 8 days. And non-expedited is 4 to 8 weeks. We have a very long queue, especially that big boss is not here and he's gone for a month. It's tough. But when tough gets going, go and get stuff. So right there. Maybe we can add solder mask. Should we add solder mask? You know what, let's save the world from complaints and add solder mask, even though it's not needed. But we all have to work together to save the world from complaints. A lot of complainers everywhere, especially on YouTube. How come? How come? How come? What if? What about? You didn't do this, you didn't do that, you could have used this, you could have used that. Suddenly everybody is an expert on YouTube and everybody is a scientist. And half the people who comment like this, they have no idea what's going on. You see someone that has no business, he never ran a business in his life, and he's trying to give you advice on how to run a business. How does that work? The best one is when somebody leaves a comment, you should have done this and that, I think. If you are so confident, you would not write, I think. And we're done. All right, that's it. We're gonna invoice and mail this back to the customer. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, leave a comment if you have any questions, and we'll do something else in the next video.